Hi, I'm Mick from Superior Engineering. Today I'd like to show you our heavy-duty lower control arms to suit the GQ and GU Patrols. We manufacture these out of high tensile steel, both in the main shaft as well as the boss that goes on the end. We use a genuine Nissan Patrol rubber bush that goes in there. There's a big difference between these and cheap ones. There's a lot of cheap replacement control arms on the market. Now you've got to be careful because they're not much stronger than a factory AOE style. These ones here are actually made to handle abuse that most of us do with our four-wheel drives when we go serious four-wheel driving. So these can take a serious hit on some rocks and that sort of stuff. It's not going to worry them. The coating on these is an SA5 zinc. So the difference between that and a powder coating, on stuff that's down low on a car, you're better off with this zinc coating. Now the reason being, if you can imagine, that's going to hit a rock or anything while it's getting dragged across through creeks and that sort of stuff. Powder coating will scratch off and then you end up with rust there. This zinc coating is really, really strong. It's really good. We've seen these things on cars at the beach for 10 years and they're still doing great, still not rusty and that. Saying that, but you do need to do preventative maintenance, especially on steering rods and all that sort of stuff, even if you do have them zinc coated. So here we've got a GU Patrol we're going to fit these onto. Now some people may say, why do I even want to put these things on there? As you can see, it's very, very easy to hit that. When you go four-wheel driving, your wheels obviously coming around here, so you've got this section here that's not protected. First thing when you come up to a rock ledge or a stump or anything like that, it's just going to smash here. These things are super thin, like they're about 2mm wall. So you're just going to smash that. What happens when you bend that, the pressure from the drive line, all the forces, then that will just crumple. The pinion actually drives straight back and it just destroys everything in the rear end. So it's basically cheap insurance. If you don't have these things on and you're four-wheel driving, you're mad. So what we'll do now, I'll get one of the fitters to remove this arm and show you how easily that goes in there. As you can see, lower control arms went in really easy. A bit of a secret to making control arms fit in really easy is actually remove the panhard rod off the back. You can imagine when you lift the vehicle up and it's got a panhard rod on it, it's going to swing a little bit to the side. That's going to make fitting control arms a little bit harder. So if you remove the panhard rod or at least disconnect one end, your diff's going to be lined up with your chassis a lot better, so you can put that in. You may not notice, but we haven't done up those nuts on there. That's really important. You've got to put the vehicle back on the ground at right height and then you tighten those nuts up. If you do it while it's in the air, you're going to ask for problems with the bushes. You're just going to tear them pretty much straight away. Because what that's doing, if you imagine I tighten that up there, that's going to lock that steel crush tube in place there and it's already pre-tensioned that bush all the time. For more information, jump on our website, superiorengineering.com.au. There's heaps of stuff on there about these heavy duty control arms as well as uppers and a heap of other great gear.